If you had the chance to be a part owner of your favorite sports team, would you take it? Is that even really a question? Of course you would. Box seats, access to the clubhouse, being on a first-name basis with some of your idols.
Bottle of wine or dessert or something?
Yeah. She like chocolate.
Chocolate? Done.
Just ask any part owner of the Packers, and they will tell you how amazing it is. Oh, they don't get any of that? No box seats? Wait, no seats at all? There are over 537,000 shareholders who can claim to be a part owner of the team, but none of them ever really get to reap any of the benefits or the profits. So how the hell did that happen? The number 300, that's how. In 1919, two men by the name of George Whitney Calhoun and Curly Lambeau started a local football franchise in their hometown of Green Bay, Wisconsin. The following year, the team joined the American Professional Football Association, which later became known as the NFL. Now, Green Bay is not a very large city. In fact, even today, it's only the 290th biggest city in the country. So in 1923, this small town team was nearing bankruptcy and ready to fold. But a group of local businessmen got together and created the Green Bay Football Corporation to help save the franchise. But instead of owning the team outright, they made the team a publicly owned corporation, allowing members of the public to buy in and become stockholders. In order to become a part owner of the Packers in 1923, you had to pay $5, or about $85 in today's currency. It's a pretty damn good deal if you ask me. And for a while, this was a very exclusive club. Up until 1997, there had only been 2 other opportunities to buy in, and there were only 1,940 shareholders total. But as we know, professional sports between the 1920s and the 1990s, and even today, are completely different universes. In 1997, the average NFL team was worth over $200 million. And the Packers had become one of the league's premier franchises. So in order to make some much needed upgrades to Lambeau Field, the exclusive ownership club had their first stock offering in almost 50 years. Almost 106,000 people bought in at $200 a share, raising over $24 million. I want to stop here and say that owning a part of the Packers isn't an outright scam. People who buy in know exactly what they are getting. But there's a difference between being in a club of 2,000 members and being in a club of 106,000 members. Exclusivity matters when it comes to clubs. It's why bouncers exist. The Packers essentially fired all their bouncers, got rid of the velvet rope, and let everyone in. But the Packers were just getting started. In 2011, they opened up another stock offering at $250 a share, and over 250,000 people bought in. After all, the team had just won the 2010 Super Bowl, so their value and brand couldn't have been higher. What did this buy the Packers? Over 6,700 new seats, HD video boards, and a new sound system. They raised over $143 million. Even noted Chicago Bears fan Barack Obama got in on the action. Jumping ahead a decade, the Packers wanted to raise even more money. They'd had an incredibly successful decade, reaching the NFC Championship game 4 times and only missing the playoffs twice. Plus, their star quarterback Aaron Rodgers had been named league MVP 4 times. Now was the time to strike. So from November 16, 2021 to February 25, 2022, the Packers once again offered up their stocks to anyone willing to shell out $300. They added another 176,000 owners, I guess if that's what you want to call them, and raised $65.8 million. But the year 2022 is very, very different from the year 1923. This is not a franchise startup facing bankruptcy that needs the help of some local benefactors to keep the players on the field. According to Forbes, the Packers are the 13th most valuable franchise in the NFL. They are worth approximately $3.475 billion, with an annual revenue of about $371 million. They were rich enough to sign Rodgers to a 3-year, $150 million contract. In fact, the Packers organization has a reserve fund of over $400 million just sitting in the bank. So why are they asking normal, hardworking people to shell out $300 just to help them upgrade their jumbotrons at Lambeau? Can't they just pay for that themselves? Also, if you were to buy stock in, let's say, Facebook or Apple or any other publicly traded company, you do that because you think the stock will appreciate in value over time. So if you buy 1 share of stock for $40, you're hoping that in a few years that stock price will double or even triple in price. The problem with the Packers stock is that it doesn't appreciate in value. That 300 remains 300 forever. And because you're just one of over 537,000 owners, the Packers can't even offer you free tickets to see the team that you technically own. In week 2 of the 2022 season, when the rival Chicago Bears come to Green Bay, the cheapest seats available go for $240. It's almost as expensive to get one seat to one game in the top level than to be a part owner of the franchise. So what do you get for your $300? An invitation to an annual shareholders meeting and a certificate on your wall that you can show off to your friends. All the while, a multi-billion-dollar corporation gets to keep seeing that green roll in. Thanks for watching another episode of How the Hell. Would you still want to be a part owner of the Packers knowing all of this? And while we're at it, have any thoughts on cheese? You like a good Wisconsin cheddar? Maybe a Swiss? Let me know in the comments. But get the out of here if you like blue cheese. I don't need any of that energy. See you next time.